everyone, this is Heather. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I'm back with another quick and easy card tutorial for the holidays. Today we're going to be making this fun little snow globe card with a little penguin inside. Today I'm using one of these super cute little animals from the First Snow stamp set from Hello Bluebird. I'm going to be using this little penguin and also the flurries of fun words. The snow globe dies are from Darice and they come with 3 different sizes and a base. And I've also got the coordinating die for the penguin. For my cardstock base, I have some textured blue basil cardstock. It's just an 8.5 by 11 sheet cut scored folded in half. I have a piece of pattern paper from American Crafts from one of their 6x6 pattern paper pads, and this has been cut to 4 by 5 1/4. Using the medium size circle, I've cut a piece of watercolor paper. I also have another little small piece of watercolor paper for my penguin. From the same cardstock as my base, I've cut this to 4 1/4 by 1. And I've also die cut the base from the same blue paper. This die is really cool because it also has some embossing on it, so you can add a little bit of dimension to the base. So if you have a rubber mat, after you've die cut it, you can run it back through your machine with the mat and get that embossing. Or you can also just take a stylus tool and just press down in those lines. And that's another quick, easy way to add that embossing on there. Using black StazOn ink, I've gone ahead and stamped my little penguin on my small square of watercolor paper. And today I'm going to be watercoloring with some really pretty shimmer watercolors. This is a set that I picked up from Tuesday Morning, so it was a really great price. The company is called Premio Artiste, which I'm not really familiar with, but I'm actually very happy with the paints. They're not super expensive. They're really easy to work with, and I kind of figured not something that I would use a whole lot, so maybe really didn't need to get a very expensive brand. So we're going to be using these today. I've got a little cup of water, a paper towel, and a number 8 paintbrush. I'm going to start off doing the background of my snow globe, and I'm using this kind of medium blue. Just got a little bit of water on my paintbrush. I'm going to pick some of that paint up, and then I just want to kind of draw myself a little bit of an imaginary line for the horizon, and I don't want to color down below that because I want it to be my snow. So I've just filled in kind of the top 2/3 of this circle. I'm going to clean my paintbrush really, really well. And I'm going to go over to this kind of silver white and color in the snow. And it really isn't going to show up too much until it hits the light. I want to make sure I don't pick up too much of that blue. But when you hold it up to the light, once it dries, you'll see that there's a really pretty shimmer to that. I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. I'm going to go back to that white and I'm going to color in the belly of my little penguin. So again, it just gives him a little bit of pretty shimmer. There's a dark kind of steel gray in the set, and I'm going to use that to color in the body of my penguin. And just like with most watercolors, the more water you have on your brush, the lighter the pigment's going to be. So you can kind of build up that color and get it as light or as dark as you would like. These watercolors do seem to take a little while to dry. So while you're working with them, just make sure that you're not kind of running your hand over and smearing them. I've given the white and the black just a little bit of time to dry so that these colors that I'm laying on top aren't going to smear too much. You can let them dry naturally or just hit them with your heat tool. So I'm adding a nice cute pink cheek to my little penguin, and I'm using kind of a bright pink so that it really shows up. And then I'm going to go in with some orange and color in his feet and his beak. Moving on to his hat, I'm using sort of a periwinkle blue color. Wanted it to be a little different than the background. So I hope that you can see on camera that really, really pretty shimmer that these watercolors add. I think it just adds a really nice touch. With my coloring done, I'm going to tape my die in place. I'm going to cut out my penguin in my die cutting machine. On my strip of blue paper, I'm going to apply some powder tool just to make sure that my little flecks of embossing powder don't get stuck. Using clear Versamark ink, I'm going to stamp the Flurries of Fun down in the lower right hand corner, pouring on some white embossing powder. Tap off the excess, and I'm going to heat this with my heat gun. I've gotten some really pretty silver kind of tinsel ribbon from the craft store. I'm going to wrap it around this blue piece with just a piece of Scotch tape. I'm going to tape that to the back. I'm going to wrap it around twice. And tape down the other end to the back. I've applied adhesive to the back of my pattern paper. I'm going to center that on the front of my card. I've also applied tape runner to the back of this strip of blue, and I'm going to tape that to the front as well. I've got 2 more pieces of that same silver ribbon, and they're cut to about 6 inches each. I'm going to run those underneath and then just tie this in a knot and trim off the ends. I'm going to line up my snow globe where I would like it on the base, turn it over, and take another piece of Scotch tape and tape that down. I've applied foam tape to the back of my snow globe. I'm going to place that in the center of my card. And I've also applied foam tape to the back of my little penguin. I'm going to put him in my little scene. I've applied a glue dot to a tiny little pink pom-pom that I got at the craft store. So he's got that cute little pom-pom on the top of his hat. And then I have some Stickles glitter glue. And this is kind of a chunky silver. I wanted it to match my ribbon. And I'm just going to squeeze out little dots all around my penguin just to make the snow inside the snow globe. So here's our finished card. I think this cute little penguin looks perfect in this little snow globe. The snow globe die is great. You can make lots of cute little scenes for the holidays. And I really like adding the touch of the kind of tinsel stickles with the ribbon. And this was a really quick and easy card, so you could sit down and make a bunch all at once. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to check out my channel and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful winter. See you next time. Bye.